Back again for another review, and I have here a Gemei G9T or Gemei or Gemei or however you want to pronounce it, or Gemei. And this should be a dual-core version of the G9, which I reviewed a couple months ago, and you can see that video on my channel. So this will be my first time even opening the package. Packaging is exactly the same as the original G9, except this one says G9T, and again this is a dual-core. You know, good packaging, good solid packaging. And on the back, again, we have the little label here and a UPC barcode. Looks like it's a 16 gig version. I believe that's a phone number possibly, or a model number, and the website gimeitech.com. So let's go ahead and open this up. Now inside we got our tablet. Set that aside for a moment. Looks like it does come with a manual. Manual is in Chinese, but it has some pictures, different things that way. Set that aside. Pop a little flap here. Again, it did come with a screen protector. Hopefully that'll be a standard. Set that aside. And we've got the power supply. This is the same power supply as I have seen with the original Gemei G9, and it should be 5 volt 2 amp. And as you can see, it's got a USB connection there. And the rest of the accessories. Inside you will find headphones. This is a micro USB to full-size USB adapter. You've got a USB to power plug here, and you've got a USB to micro USB cable. So that's everything for the box. Let's go ahead and check the tablet. Now inside here we have our G9T. A lovely dual-core tablet. It's got a protective film to begin with on it. Just going to remove that. And pretty much it looks exactly the same as the original G9. And I'm going to just change the color here. White balance. There we go. Yeah, pretty much exactly the same dimensions, the feel. It's got the camera on the back, camera on the front. On the top here you've got the volume buttons and a back button. And for the ports you've got headphone, micro USB, the external SD, another micro USB. One of these is the host OTG port, the other is a standard. Mini HDMI, power port, and the power button. And on the back it does list the model here, G9T, designed by Gemei. And a reset switch here along with your speakers and again that back camera. So let's go ahead and boot this up and see what we've got going here. Alright. Now the original G9 has been a great tablet. I've been very happy with it. Been using it. And recently I got a Windows N92 dual core also, so it'll be good to kind of see how the dual core processors stack up. The Windows N90 dual core has an RK3066 processor, rock chip. This one has an Amlogic Cortex A9 dual core chip to it. Both have the Mali400 GPU. So you can see the boot logo is a little different than the original Gemei G9 or Gemei G9, although the background's the same. And let's see what we've got here. Mine did come with the language in English. You can see there's a couple junk programs there, nothing major. Does come with the Google Market, calendar. I don't see the contacts app on here, so we'd have to add that later. Let's go into the settings. Scroll down. It does have the, looks like you could connect up an Ethernet USB to it, has a link there. Let's go down here to About Tablet. And we've got Gemei G9T 4.0.3 version 1.0, 3.0 kernel version. The firmware looks like it's dated 5/19/2012. This is a new button, the CPU mode. Oh, it's got kind of overclock capabilities right out of the bat, or at least how you want to change it. You can have it normal, performance, or power saving. Let's go with performance just to give this the best it's got going. I'm going to enable USB debugging for later. Stay awake. No, we don't want that. The usual developer kind of options there. Accessibility, large text, speak passwords, date and time. I'll just change this to, where'd you go? Eastern. There we go. Back up and reset. Language and input. So as you can see here, it's got a fair amount of languages in it. I do not see quite as many languages as I've seen with some other tablets. Hit the back button. I'm going to change this to the English keyboard. Security, screen lock. It has slide, pattern, pin, and password. Android 4.0.4 provides the face lock, so this doesn't have face unlock. Location services, we can try turning those on. Accounts and sync, add in your account. The apps, looks like it's got 716 megabytes free for additional apps to install. There's a battery, it's at 42%. 802 total space for apps, 13 gigs for your own personal data storage. Display, you can adjust the brightness. Sleep, we'll set it to 5 minutes. Sound, I'm not a big fan of the touch tones. And the Wi-Fi. So let's see. I mean, there's no delay in the performance here, going from apps to home. As you can see, we can go along here. I'm going to turn this off, connect up, add in some different programs so we can actually do some tests, maybe add in a benchmark test, and see what we've got here. And as you can see, there's no real delay on zooming in and out. So yeah, we'll get some more programs on here and give it another test. We'll be back. And I'm back. It's been a couple days actually since I did the first half of this video, and I've had some more time to play with the device. I've also received a lot of responses. People want to know, how does it compare to the original G9? How does the G9T compare? I plan on doing a full video with a comparison, but for this one we'll just do a quick test. Now if you put the devices side by side, they look almost the same. I did find out when they're laid flat that the G9T has a little bit of this beveled edge here, which makes it a little taller, and the back area is a little thicker. So the G9T is just a hair thicker than the G9, but otherwise they are pretty much identical on ports, and the real difference where you notice is performance. So I did a quick benchmark, and I'm just going to show only one benchmark in this portion of the video. On the left you have the G9 here, and on the right you have the G9T, and this was done using Quadrant. The total difference, the G9 was 1736, the G9T, which is the dual core, was 3485, so nearly double the performance out of the G9T, which dual core, you'd expect that. If we go down here to the actual details, CPU ranked 1485 on the G9, 6377 on the G9T. Memory came in at 1555 on the G9, 3329 on the G9T. Input output, this would be writing to the SD card, came out 3831 on the G9, came out 5608 on the G9T. 2D was 147 on the G9, 211 on the G9T, and the 3D was 1665 on the G9 and 1998 on the G9T. So the G9T takes the marks on every category and pretty much double the performance. So that's the comparison for now, and again, I will create a second video dedicated to a comparison of the two devices, filled with benchmarks, all that fun stuff. Now let's get back to reviewing the G9T here. Zoom in here a bit. Unplug our light. There we go, now it's just you and the screen. So, I have been able to run some additional tests. I can tell you that Skype works like a charm, works great, you can get it off the market. Netflix also worked just fine, I didn't have any problems there. I am able to root this with my root script, which you can find out on the forum, so I'll make sure that's posted. And because we can root it, we can also change the Build.Prop or do some tweaks, so it's basically just like the G9 again in that aspect. Again, this is running dual 1.5, and I had loaded in CPU Master just to verify. As you can see, it's running 1500 megahertz on performance right now. And sysinfo, it's got the dual processor. So it is running at 1.5 gigahertz. It is 5-point multi-touch. It is not 10-point like the G9, but again, who really needs 10-point multi-touch? Map location, it works. When I opened up the Maps app, it zeroed down on me based on my Wi-Fi signal. I'm not going to open maps on camera because, well, privacy issues. As I said, it does come with pretty much a full market. Now the only concern, some games may not, you can download them, but they may not play because it doesn't recognize the device. If we change the Build.Prop, we can make it pretend it's a Samsung device, and those games should play just fine. But if we go into apps here, and you'll see it's got pretty much everything available. Top free, games, grossing, new paid, and again we can change the Build.Prop if there's something that's missing. I've also checked YouTube, and YouTube does work on embedded sites. Also Flash is working just fine. So here we are at Mali400 G9T. And Mali400 had changed their page to a different format that wasn't quite working properly. It's popping up a separate window for the video. But anywhere where the video is actually fully embedded in the page is working like a champ. And as you can see, this is the G9T on Mali400s.com, which is where this came from. They provided it for review. See, the price right now is $269. That price could drop as this becomes more popular and more of them are made. And you can see the different specifications. Mali400 is a really great site. Again, they've been providing me all the tablets for review that everyone's enjoyed, and I like them. I have also tested, you can put an external mouse and keyboard on here or thumb drives, that all works. Now, in terms of apps to review, you can pretty much watch the G9 video and you'll see that I reviewed Adobe Reader, everything played fine. I played Shadowgun, it plays fine. It plays fine on this device too. Same with Fruit Ninja. So I thought I'd try a different game, and recently someone told me to download Frontline Commander. So I downloaded it. Tap there. Go to survival, start mission. You want a different weapon. I don't have that weapon. Start mission. Oh well. As you can see, I'm not very good at this game. Oh, sniper. But as you can see, the gameplay's fine. There's been no issues, no lag. Does exactly what you need it to. Let's see if we can find someone to shoot. And, oh, there we go. Anyways, so that's Frontline Commando. A graphic intense game, it plays just fine. In the second video, when I do the comparisons, I'll run all of these different benchmarks, Nanomark 1 and 2, WinPeg, and 3D. We'll just go through them all. But throughout it all, the G9T really does well in performance compared to the G9. Now, in terms of apps, I've also installed, like Angry Birds or some different games that way. And we're actually coming to the end of our available video time. So what else can I show you? We'll just do the camera real quick. Now, right now the room is pretty dark, and it's on the back camera. We'll switch it around to the front camera, and you can see there the camcorder. This is in a dark room. If I plug in the light and we open up a blind, we check it again. In better lighting, it does a better job there. And then the back camera, again, looking into the light. You can see all the different power and the other tablet there. Got a lot of tablets here. But yeah, the camera works fine. It looks like it has panoramic mode on it too, where you can start it and capture in panoramic, preparing, and then it puts it together, which is a nice, fun little feature. So that is the G9T. Again, look for the second video. It's a great tablet, feels nice. I like the aluminum back and the dual camera. It's all very good. So thanks for watching, and look for more videos.